Welcome to the Wisdom Tribe. If you are listening to this right now, it is not by coincidence, it is by divine appointment. You have been drawn here by the Spirit of God Himself, because this message carries something that belongs to you. You are not here by accident, you are not here by mistake. Every step you took, every delay you faced, every detour you experienced, it was all leading you to this very moment. Heaven has already stamped you as chosen, set apart, and destined for greatness. Even when people overlooked you, God's eyes never left you. Even when you questioned your worth, heaven whispered your name with purpose. You are not ordinary chosen one. You are marked by God, and nothing in this world or in the spiritual realm can erase what He has written about your life. And today, I am here to remind you of something powerful. God declares it is already done. That means your miracle is not in negotiation, it's not being delayed, it's not stuck in the maybe pile. It is already signed, sealed, and waiting for you. What you've been crying for, fasting for, and believing for is not lost. It's been reserved with your name on it. So as you listen, open your heart, because this is not just another word. It is your confirmation. God is telling you, my child, your miracle is not coming. It's already waiting for you. Before we go any further, if your spirit is receiving this word, type 7 in the comments right now. That number is not random. It represents divine completion, the seal that what God has spoken over you is already done. When you type it, you're declaring in faith that your miracle is not on the way. It is already waiting for you, and you are stepping into it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Wisdom Tribe. And stay with me until the very end of this message, because what you hear today will confirm that heaven has already settled your breakthrough. Chapter 1. The word is already sealed. Chosen one, hear me clearly. Before you were even born, before the foundations of the earth were laid, before anyone could even imagine your existence, God spoke promises over your life. These are not ordinary words, fleeting thoughts, or wishes that depend on circumstances. No, these are eternal declarations from the mouth of the Almighty. They are decrees written in the heavens, sealed in eternity, and fully equipped to manifest in your life at the perfect moment. The Word of God is not bound by time. It is not influenced by human failure, and it is not subject to the opinions or schemes of the enemy. What God has spoken cannot fail. It is done, finished, and immovable. Every time you prayed, fasted, and cried out in desperation, it was not God trying to catch up with you. It was God reminding you that His plan was already in motion. Every tear you shed, every sleepless night, every "why now?" whispered at the quiet of your heart. It was all part of the alignment. Heaven has been orchestrating every detail, arranging every piece of your life to ensure that what was spoken will arrive in its fullness. You've been wondering when it will happen, questioning if it's real and doubting if it's too late. But I am here to declare to you it has already been written, signed, and sealed in heaven. Your miracle is not dependent on people. It is not waiting on opportunity, human approval, or circumstances to change. It isn't being debated or bargained over. It is a divine decree, established, guarded, and waiting for the appointed moment to manifest. Heaven itself has assigned angels, prepared pathways, and set in motion supernatural alignment to bring this promise to you. The Word of God over your life cannot fail. It cannot be delayed by fear. It cannot be overturned by manipulation. It cannot be hindered by rejection or betrayal. What God has promised is inevitable and it is unstoppable. Chosen one, understand this. Every setback, every delay, every moment that felt like the world was against you has not been a punishment. It has been preparation. Every closed door, every disappointment, every unanswered question was part of God's divine calibration. He has been shaping your faith, refining your patience, and strengthening your spirit to receive the fullness of what He has already ordained. Just as a master artist waits for the perfect moment to add the finishing stroke, God has been timing your miracle to arrive in full glory, perfectly aligned with your destiny. Every trial you endured was not in vain. Every tear, every pain, every lonely night has been stored as fuel for the breakthrough that is already yours. The promise was never delayed, it was preserved. The enemy may have tried to discourage you, to blind you, to convince you that God had forgotten. But heaven never forgets. What was spoken over you in eternity is unchangeable. It is written, it is sealed, it is immutable. And hear this, chosen one. Your timing does not depend on the world, the approval of others, or human logic. God's timing is perfect. Even when it feels late, even when it seems impossible, even when the world says no, heaven says yes. Every step you've taken, every choice you've made, every sacrifice you've endured, every prayer you've whispered, has been leading you to the moment when what was sealed in heaven becomes undeniable in your life. So stop worrying about how, stop questioning when, stop doubting who, stop letting fear dictate your steps. The word is already sealed, the miracle is already yours, the promise is active, heaven is aligned, angels are assigned, every detail has been orchestrated by the Almighty. All that remains is for you to walk in faith, align with God's timing, and receive what has already been divinely prepared. Chosen one, do not look to the left or right. Do not compare your season to another's. The word over your life is unique. It is unstoppable. It is eternal. Your breakthrough cannot be delayed. Your destiny cannot be stolen. Your miracle is not pending. It is already done. The word is sealed. Heaven has spoken. The promise is alive. It is for you. Step into it boldly, for the God who declared it is faithful, and what He has spoken cannot fail. Chapter 2. The waiting room is not a wasted room. Chosen one, I know you've been asking, why hasn't it manifested yet? Why does it feel like God is delaying? Am I doing something wrong? You've felt the frustration, the doubt, and even the fear that maybe God forgot. You've watched others move forward, receive their breakthroughs, and wonder why it hasn't happened for you. But hear this. Delay does not mean denial. Heaven is never late. The waiting room you are in right now is not a place of punishment, stagnation, or abandonment. It is a place of preparation, refinement, and divine alignment. God is not holding back your miracle. He is building you for it. Every day in this season, He is shaping your character, sharpening your spirit, and deepening your faith. He is teaching you patience, resilience, and trust. He is aligning your heart, your mind, and your actions with the promise that has already been written in eternity. You are not waiting for God to decide. He has already decided. You are waiting for your spirit, your understanding, and your readiness to catch up with what heaven has already accomplished. The waiting room is where strength is forged. It is where your faith muscles are exercised until they can carry the weight of your breakthrough. It is where your heart is healed, your vision is clarified, and your perspective is expanded. The disappointments you've endured, the setbacks you've faced, the nights of tears, they have not been wasted. They have been laying the foundation for the manifestation of what God promised. Understand this, chosen one. Your miracle is not late. It is not delayed. It is perfectly timed according to God's eternal schedule. What heaven has decreed cannot be rushed, and it cannot be delayed by what looks like a pause on earth. The waiting room is where you are being prepared to receive it fully, without fear, without doubt, and without compromise. Even when it feels lonely, even when it feels like nothing is happening, even when the world tells you to give up, remember that God is at work behind the scenes. Every unanswered prayer is a signal that the alignment is still taking place. Every closed door is protection, every delay is refinement, and every moment of waiting is a rehearsal for the glory that is about to unfold. Your season of waiting is where the unseen work is being done, where the angels are being dispatched, where divine connections are being arranged, and where every detail is being orchestrated to perfection. Your waiting is not wasted. It is a workshop, a training ground, a sacred interval where God is perfecting the work He began in you. It is where you learn to trust Him fully, to surrender fully, and to receive fully. It is where your patience is transformed into perseverance, your faith into unshakable certainty, and your hope into expectation that cannot be broken. And when the time comes, your miracle will not just arrive, it will overwhelm, exceed, and astonish. You will realize that the season of waiting was necessary, not unnecessary, that it prepared you to step into your blessing with confidence, clarity, and divine authority. Do not measure your progress by what you see in the natural. Do not compare your season to someone else's timeline. The waiting room is teaching you to walk by faith, to rely on God rather than human circumstance, and to see beyond the visible into the realm of the supernatural. It is molding your spirit to recognize the moment when heaven finally speaks into your life, so that when your miracle arrives, you are fully ready to receive it with gratitude and boldness. So, chosen one, embrace the waiting room. Walk through it with patience, with faith, and with expectation. Allow God to complete His work in you even when it is unseen. The waiting room is not a wasted room, it is the launch pad for your miracle. And when your time finally comes, you will see that every moment you waited was necessary, divinely orchestrated, and worth it. Chapter 3. The enemy fought you because it was already done. Chosen one, hear me clearly. The attacks, the betrayals, the setbacks, and the moments of despair you faced were never signs that God forgot you. They were never evidence that your prayers went unheard or that your miracle was delayed. On the contrary, the very intensity of the attacks is proof that heaven had already released your blessing. The enemy only fights what is real. He only tries to destroy what carries eternal value. He only wages war on what has been divinely assigned to you. Every obstacle, every betrayal, every person who tried to discourage you was not random. They were spiritual alarms, signaling that what you carry, what God has promised, and what heaven has decreed is authentic. The enemy's attacks were evidence that your miracle is not imaginary. It is inevitable. They were attempts to distract, delay, and discourage you. But they could never erase what God had already finished in the Spirit. He tried to shake your faith with fear, doubt, and confusion. He sent people to betray you, situations to frustrate you, and circumstances to make you feel unseen, unwanted, or unworthy. He whispered lies, planted seeds of comparison, and tried to make you question your identity and purpose. But none of it could cancel what God had already established. What heaven has decreed cannot be stopped by any demon, witch, hater, or manipulative scheme. Your miracle is untouchable because it was completed before you even knew it would come. Chosen one, understand this. The enemy does not waste his energy on what is insignificant. If he fought you, it is because you are significant. If he tried to stop your progress, it is because your breakthrough is powerful. If he attempted to crush your spirit, it is because your victory would shake the foundations of the enemy's kingdom and shift the course of your destiny. He fights what is already victorious. He opposes what is already sealed. He attacks what is already destined for greatness. Every struggle, every dark night of the soul, every betrayal, every failed plan, these were not obstacles, they were confirmations. They were heaven's way of telling you to do not give up. Your miracle is real, your blessing is coming. Each trial was refining your faith, stretching your resilience, and preparing your heart to handle the fullness of the promise. The enemy's fight was never stronger than God's plan. He may have tried to stop you, but he was always too late. Do not look back with regret or carry the wounds of the attacks as evidence of loss. Wear them as badges of honor. Each trial, each attempt to stop you, each dark moment you endured is proof that you are chosen, that your destiny is real, and that your miracle was already in motion before the enemy even knew your name. Your perseverance, your obedience, your faith, and your prayer life were weapons that disarmed the enemy's schemes and kept the promise alive. Your faith carried you through storms that would have crushed others. Your endurance silenced the lies of the enemy. Your prayers, fasting, and patience activated the promises of heaven. And now, all that remains is for you to step boldly into the manifestation that was already guaranteed. The enemy may have fought, but he fought in vain. Heaven wins, God wins. And you, chosen one, are victorious. Never forget this. What God has already finished cannot be canceled, reversed, or stolen by any demon, witch, hater, or human scheme. Your breakthrough, your blessing, your miracle, it is inevitable. Your victory is certain. The attacks you endured were merely the confirmation that your miracle is real, unstoppable, and divinely ordained. Stand firm, walk in faith, and claim what has already been written in the heavens, for the enemy may fight, but your destiny is sealed. Chapter 4. Walk as if it's already yours. Listen carefully. The word says faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. This is not just a statement. It is a spiritual principle, a divine law of the kingdom. It means that you cannot live in doubt, fear, or hesitation. You must walk, speak, and act as if your miracle, your blessing, your breakthrough is already in your hands. Heaven has already completed it. The question is, will your heart, mind, and spirit align with what God has finished? Stop praying from a place of begging or desperation. Stop asking as though God might change his mind. Chosen one, pray from a place of victory. Speak from a position of authority. Declare the promises over your life as if they have already manifested, because in the spirit realm they have. The doors are already open. The breakthrough is already prepared. The healing is already applied. Your miracle is waiting for you, ready to be received, ready to be possessed, ready to manifest in ways beyond human imagination. Walk like it's already yours. Speak like it's already yours. Make decisions like it's already yours. Your faith is the key that unlocks the visible reality of what heaven has already completed. When you walk in confidence, you disrupt the enemy's lies. When you speak with authority, you release angels into action. When you act in alignment with the promise, you cause the spiritual forces assigned to your miracle to move without delay. Chosen one, stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect sign, or the perfect circumstance. Stop waiting for a confirmation from the world. Your confirmation is already in heaven, and it has been there from the beginning. The sooner you start acting as if it is already yours, the sooner the physical manifestation will align with the spiritual reality. Celebration should begin now, because heaven has already delivered the package. The breakthrough is real. The doors are already open. The provision is already allocated. The victory is already secured. Do not wait to rejoice. Begin praising now. Begin declaring now. Begin walking in boldness now. Every action you take from a place of faith accelerates the arrival of your miracle. Every confident word you speak draws the invisible into the visible. Every step you take in obedience moves you closer to the fullness of what has been promised. And remember, walking in faith is also a declaration to the enemy that his schemes cannot prevail. Your confident steps create a spiritual authority that shifts the atmosphere around you. Every act of bold faith positions you for the next level of God's plan for your life. Remember, chosen one, God does not reward doubt. He rewards faith. He does not honor hesitation. He honors boldness. He does not bless fear. He blesses courage. So step forward, believing it is already yours. Speak it, declare it, and live it. Walk as if it is already in your hands, because in heaven it already is. Heaven is aligned. Angels are dispatched. The promise is ready to manifest. Your miracle is waiting. Your breakthrough is yours. Your healing is applied. Your victory is already won. Now walk into it with confidence, boldness, and unwavering faith, knowing that what God has finished cannot fail. Chapter 5. The miracle is not just for you. Chosen one, understand this. Your miracle is bigger than you. It was never meant to stop with your own life. When God blesses you, when He opens that door, when He releases that healing, when He manifests that breakthrough, it will not only change your circumstances, it will overflow into the lives of others. The impact of your miracle will ripple beyond what you can see. Every victory, every answered prayer, every open door carries with it the potential to inspire, uplift, and ignite faith in those around you. Your breakthrough is a testimony in the making. That healing, that promotion, that divine favor, it will stand as a living proof of God's power, a demonstration that heaven is real, and a sign that God keeps His promises. Some people will only believe in God because of what they witness in your life. Some will encounter faith for the first time through your obedience. Some will be drawn to Christ because of the light that shines from your deliverance, the joy that radiates from your testimony, and the peace that walks with you after the storm. Chosen one, God is using you as a vessel. Your miracle carries weight far beyond your personal needs. It will inspire those who have given up hope, awaken those who have grown weary, and remind generations that God is faithful. The blessing is not just about comfort, it is about influence. It is not just about joy, it is about ministry. It is not just about provision, it is about purpose. Every step you take into that miracle, every moment you walk in gratitude, every word you speak in alignment with God's promises amplifies its reach. Do not limit what God has prepared. Do not shrink back out of fear or self-doubt. Your breakthrough is meant to shine. Your testimony is meant to be loud. The enemy may try to convince you that your miracle is only for you, but that is a lie. Every open door is a door of opportunity for impact. Every healing in your life is a healing in the lives of those around you. Every favor you walk into is a beacon for others to see God's hand at work. Every blessing in your life is a reflection of His faithfulness, and it carries the power to shift destinies. Remember, chosen one, God's blessings are not contained, they overflow. Your breakthrough is not for private enjoyment alone. It is a divine appointment to inspire, to impact, and to influence the world around you. The love, the wisdom, the favor, and the provision that God releases in your life are meant to reach beyond your household, beyond your city, and into places you cannot even imagine. You are not just receiving a miracle, you are becoming a living testimony, a sign, a light, a demonstration that heaven's power cannot be stopped. When your miracle manifests, others will see the fingerprints of God all over your life. They will witness what faith can do when it refuses to quit. They will be reminded that God's promises are alive and that He is faithful to those who wait on Him. And in that overflow, the glory will not belong to you. It will belong to the one who never fails, the one who has already sealed your victory, and the one who has written your story from eternity. So step boldly into it. Receive it fully. Walk in the overflow. Let the miracle in your life be the channel through which heaven touches the earth, through which hope is restored, and through which generations will see the faithfulness of God reflected in your story. You are not just blessed, you are a blessing. You are not just victorious, you are a vessel of victory. Your life will inspire faith, ignite purpose, and reveal the reality of heaven to those who have lost hope. Chapter 6. Guard your faith, guard your mind. Chosen one, while your miracle waits for you, understand this. The enemy will not sit idly by. He will try to plant seeds of doubt, fear, and impatience in your mind. He will whisper lies, attempt to distort your perspective, and tempt you to believe that God has forgotten you. But you were not created to be a victim of his schemes. You were created to be victorious, to rise above every attack, and to walk boldly into what heaven has already prepared for you. Every challenge, every delay, every frustration is an opportunity for you to strengthen your faith and prove that you are aligned with God's promises. Guard your faith like a priceless treasure. Protect it with prayer, declarations, meditation on the Word, and obedience to God's leading. Speak life over your situation daily. Remind your spirit over and over that your miracle is not delayed. It is perfectly timed. Declare that what heaven has finished cannot be undone by anyone, anything, or any circumstance. Refuse to let negative voices, whether from people around you or from your own thoughts, convince you otherwise. Refuse to let fear, frustration, or uncertainty steal the joy that God has deposited in your heart. Let every doubt the enemy tries to plant be met with the word of God and the confidence that your victory is already sealed. Don't let comparison creep in. Don't measure your journey against the progress of others. Your story is different. Your path is unique. Your timing is divine. Just because someone else has received their blessing does not mean your miracle is late. Heaven's clock is perfect, and your season is aligned with the plan that God meticulously prepared for you before the foundations of the world. Remember, a seed buried in darkness may take time to grow, but when it emerges, it does so with fullness and strength beyond imagination. Your waiting is the soil in which your miracle is being nurtured. Protect your mind and your spirit, because faith is the bridge between where you are now and where your miracle is waiting. Every thought you entertain, every word you speak, every emotion you nurture either strengthens that bridge or weakens it. Keep your mind fixed on God's promises. Keep your heart anchored in His word. Speak victory, not doubt. Speak confidence, not worry. Speak faith, not fear. The enemy can only influence what you allow him to. And when your faith is guarded, his weapons lose their power. Chosen one, this is a season of spiritual warfare, but it is also a season of preparation. The strength of your faith now determines the ease with which you will walk into your miracle. The patience you exercise now determines how fully you will receive the fullness of your blessing. And the courage to guard your mind and remain steadfast in prayer determines how unshakable your testimony will be. The stronger your faith, the greater your impact, and the more your breakthrough will inspire, heal, and transform others around you. Every day, choose to refuse the lies of fear. Every day, refuse to let anxiety dictate your actions. Every day, immerse yourself in the truth that what God has promised is already completed in heaven. Speak life over your circumstances. Speak hope over your heart. Speak victory over your situation. Use your words as weapons and let your faith be your shield. When negative thoughts arise, counter them with declarations of God's goodness and promises. When the enemy whispers that you are too late, remind yourself that heaven's timing is perfect and that your miracle is ready, waiting for your alignment. Remember, your breakthrough is coming. It is inevitable. The enemy may try, but he will not succeed. Every lie he whispers is an opportunity for you to declare the truth of God's word. Every doubt he plants is an opportunity to increase your trust. Every trial is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. And when your miracle finally manifests, you will look back and realize that guarding your faith and protecting your mind was the key to stepping into the fullness of God's promise. Chapter 7. Step into your promise with gratitude. Finally, chosen one, the moment you have been waiting for is here. The breakthrough, the miracle, the answered prayer, it is not coming, it is waiting for you. Heaven has already released it, and now it is time for you to step boldly into what God has finished. But as you walk into this blessing, remember this: never forget the one who made it possible. Don't allow pride, self-reliance, or the accolades of men to take the place of praise. Walk into your miracle with a heart overflowing with thanksgiving. Lift your hands. Lift your voice, lift your soul in gratitude, for God alone has been your provider, your healer, your protector, and your guide. Remember the nights you cried in silence. Remember the seasons you felt invisible, forgotten, or overlooked. Remember the prayers you whispered in secret when no one was watching, when the world could not hear you, when even hope seemed far away. God heard every single one. He recorded every tear, counted every sigh, and remembered every longing of your heart. And now, those prayers are manifesting. Those tears are bearing fruit, and that long-awaited blessing is no longer a promise. It is a reality. Step into your miracle with humility, awe, and reverence. Declare with your lips and affirm in your spirit, Lord, I receive what you have finished. I walk in it. I thank you for it, and I will use it for your glory. Let this be a testimony not just of God's faithfulness, but of your obedience, your perseverance, and your unwavering trust in Him. Remember, your miracle was never delayed. It was being perfected. Every trial, every moment of waiting, every whisper of doubt was a step in God's divine orchestration, shaping you, strengthening you, and preparing you to handle the fullness of His blessing. Chosen one, as you step into your already done, be aware that your life is now a beacon of hope for others. Your testimony will inspire faith, ignite courage, and remind those around you that God is faithful to every promise. Walk boldly, yet gently. Walk confidently, yet humbly. Walk victoriously, yet in love. Do not let fear, hesitation, or insecurity steal the joy of this moment. This is your time. This is your season. This is your divine appointment to see heaven manifest in your life. Lift your eyes and take in the fullness of what God has prepared. The doors that once seemed closed are now open. The favor that once seemed distant is now tangible. The provision that once seemed impossible is now flowing. Every step you take from here on out is a declaration that God's word is true, that His promises do not fail, and that your faith was never in vain. You are entering into a reality that has been preordained for you since eternity. The spiritual forces that once tried to block your path are powerless now. Angels are assigned to your steps, and the blessing that has been waiting in heaven can no longer be delayed by human limitations or demonic interference. Finally, chosen one, never forget. Gratitude opens the door for more. A heart that acknowledges God's goodness multiplies blessings, strengthens faith, and positions you for even greater victories. Walk in joy. Walk in thanksgiving. Walk in the awareness that what God has already finished cannot be undone by any circumstance, enemy, or human limitation. Your miracle is ready. Your promise is waiting. Go forth with confidence, with praise, and with unwavering faith, and take hold of what is already yours. Do not just receive it quietly, declare it boldly. Let your friends, family, and even those who doubted you see that God's favor is real. Let your life become a lighthouse, guiding others out of despair into hope. The miracles that manifest in your life are a testimony that God keeps His promises even when the world says otherwise. The breakthrough is yours, the healing is yours, the restoration is yours. And now it is time to walk in it with boldness, thanksgiving, and the full assurance that the Lord has already done what you could not do yourself.